back up a bit. Kind of. That was a bit of a giggity. I'm sorry.
Giggity. Yeah. But no.
But
it
yeah,
was
it's
a cool
definitely,
story.
that was cute.
That was a cute story. And then it kicks off into Inside Out, which basically, if you haven't seen the trailers or anything for it, it's basically a 11-year-old girl who
Called
is
Riley.
named Riley. Go away, app thing. Sorry, my phone is telling. Here we go. After young Riley is uprooted from a Midwest life and moved to San Francisco, her emotions, joy, fear, anger, disgust, and sadness conflict on how best to navigate a new city, house, and school. Now, of course, being Disney, or Pixar, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be very high-end graphics, very thingy in there, very funny adult jokes in there as well. From Anger, which did you get the one about the bear?
No.
So Fear is talking about, because they're talking about, they've just moved to San Francisco, and they're all like, the stereotypical San Francisco is the home of the homosexual men in America.
Right.
Bears mean,
big
people
grizzly,
that aren't.
grizzly guys. Yeah.
Fear goes, maybe it was a bear. Disgust said, there's no bears in San Francisco. And Anger goes, I saw a really hairy guy. He looked like a bear. But he says it so like, moved over kind of thing.
Oh, I never heard that.
I laughed. The lady in front of us laughed. And then, and that was quite funny. Although, there was, but anyway, moving on, because, fine. What did you think of the story?
I actually really liked it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm a big Disney fan, as I've already confessed, and Pixar, I love Pixar as well, and the fact that they collaborate is even better, because I just think it takes two amazing companies and just turns it into a fucking awesome company,
Disney brought out Pixar,
I do.
Right? So they didn't collaborate. It's kind of...
Oh,
Disney just goes, here's more money for you guys to make your movies.
What's the point in having separate names? But anyway, point... Fucking hell, now I completely lost the point of what I was saying. You should have just left me be.
Should have left you be.
I think, I thought the storyline was great, and I love these sorts of things where there's a third party controlling something, or you get a third party story through something else. You know what I mean? And I thought like Remy from Ratatouille, the rat, the mouse that controls. I think his name is Luigi, the chef. Those sorts of stories, they're quite fascinating, and especially ones like this where they're actually actual emotions, but they're people. They're little people controlling an emotion. And I love the way how it developed from joy from when Bubby was born to all of a sudden, hey, there's sadness. I'm sorry, that was so funny. She's like, what's happening? And she turns around, there's this very sad blue woman there going, hi, I'm sadness.
Pushing buttons, yeah.
And she's like, oh, just shuffle you down.
I did like the way how they did that. So basically, as Bex was saying, what they've done is there's 5 emotions that run your body. There's fear, joy, anger, disgust, and... Fear, joy, anger, disgust, and sadness. Who everyone seems to forget about, just like I did then. And what happens is that, when you're in that position, the emotion takes over, hits the button, and that's how you come out. Like, there's a really cool scene where joy and sadness fuck off. Something happens, they leave the headquarters, so the human can't experience joy and sadness until they get back. So it's very clever. And they just moved to this new town, so there's only fear, disgust, and anger. So as always, when the parents are having dinner, trying to get the kid to talk and say, hey, how was your day, and all that kind of stuff, she can only answer fearfully, disgustedly, or angrily. And it goes through that. And it's very well done. Very, very clever. Like, you would have had to sit there for a while and try and match everything out and go, right, this is how we're going to do it, how we're going to do it, how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put it this way, you're probably going to slap me, and I probably will be murdered in my sleep for saying this, but it was alright. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. There were a couple of times that, yes, I almost cried because fuck you, Pixar. That's all I've got to say. There's some really, really good touching scenes, like one involving, she has an imaginary friend who she's forgotten about because, she's grown up now, called Binklebonk, and there's a scene with him.
Binklebonk?
Binklebonk?
Bing Bong.
Bing Bong. Bing Bong. That's it, Bing Bong. There's a scene with him which is very, very cool and very well done and everything else like that, which did make me cry.
Yeah.
But it did put into perspective kind of everything while you're watching it. Thank you, Pixar, once again. And it is a really good movie. I don't know. I wouldn't.
Do you know?
I wouldn't watch it again because I've seen it. If it was on TV, okay, yeah, probably I'd flick on kind of thing. And I'm gonna buy you the Blu-ray because we buy all your fucking Pixar
We buy
movies.
Disney because Disney goes off the shelf so quick.
Yeah, but I wouldn't run out and watch it again but then again, I am a 30-year-old male. I'm not exactly in the target demo, but I enjoyed it.
But
if that makes sense.
I tell you what, if you're a parent.
Oh, go take your kids. Take your kids.
But what I was about to say was that, this movie, it is about emotions, and it's done so well because, it's got Amy Poehler and Bill Hader and a whole bunch of other really, really great voice actors. I mean, they're all great actors. But if you take it into perspective, it's not just a movie to be watched, to be enjoyed. It's actually a bloody great way to explain emotions to children. And it was really awesome how they showed a combination of emotions in one as well, where you can be happy and sad at the same time. And it's okay to be sad.
Yeah.
And
I'm stealing a line here, but yeah, there's so much stuff, you like see people be sad and it's all, oh, you shouldn't be sad, you should be happy and move on and all this kind of stuff. But there's so many times in that movie, especially like the main part right near the end kind of thing,
Yeah.
where they found out that she was sad, but then she experienced happiness, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Without that happiness, without being sad, she wouldn't have got the happiness.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, shit happens. Life's a bitch sometimes. Like, sometimes you want to grab life and fucking slam his face into the fucking wall.
And, we've experienced that this week ourselves, which is why this movie was so great for us.
Yes, but shit happens.
It does.
You feel sad, you feel happy, you feel feared, you feel disgusted, you feel angry. But it's okay. That's
okay
the
to
whole
feel your
point of the movie.
emotions.
Granted,
Yeah.
at the beginning of the movie, they do treat sadness a bit of like the leper, like, fuck off.
They
You
do,
go over there, we don't need you anymore.
Because they wanted to be happy all the time, and it doesn't always.
But at the end,
that's exactly right, though. Life is full of ups and downs, happy, sad, scared, angry emotions, and I remember growing up and teachers telling you to get over it, to move on, to do this, that, and the other thing. And that's a load of horseshit. The movie is fantastic. And if you've got a child, even going through puberty that's struggling, it's great. I mean, it's a great way to explain depression. It's a great way to help children understand how they feel and why they feel that way.
Exactly. There's a cool scene near the end where, it's not a spoiler, but hey, who cares? Obviously she grows up. Like, she's 11 throughout the movie. At the end of it, she turns 12. And the idea of the brain is basically, right, it's a big control panel. You hit the buttons, and it's the same buttons that Joy will press if Sadness press it, but there's obviously different outcomes. Joy hits it, she laughs. Sadness hits it, she cries. And then at the end of it, they have this huge panel. It goes from being this little, like, piece of 4x2 kind of thing through to, like, almost a dining table-sized panel where they're all sitting at and they're all pressing the buttons and they're all going for this kind of thing. And there's a little nod to puberty. There's a little button, like a little alarm that says puberty. And they're like, what's puberty?
Puberty.
Yeah.
What?
Puberty. They're like, we'll find that out later. And it's like just this little, man, yeah, fair enough. That's going to explode everything else up. But it's just, there is a lot of cool little hints like that. I saw the pizza truck once.
Oh, did you? I didn't even see it.
Once. Very shoo kind of thing, but it was there once. There's probably in there more times. I think the director said it's about 3 times in there, but I saw it once. But
I didn't even see it at all.
That's how excited I got halfway through at one point. I was like, I'm just going to see if I can find all the Easter eggs, and I saw a couple, but meh. But anyway, it's a very funny movie. It is funny. Don't get me wrong. As I said, I wouldn't go see it again because I'm not exactly in the target demo, but I'm not sad that I spent my money to watch that movie, if that makes sense.
It
was
does.
Worth it. It was quite a funny movie. Which emotion would be pushing your buttons when you saw that movie, Bex?
I'll be honest. I like disgust because she was green, but
I like anger.
I thought anger was hilarious.
Is this the time we should say it? What did he say? Something about, we know one curse word. Do you think we should be able to say it now? And the guy's like, no. And then the big disc comes in. He goes, look, I've got all the access to all the swear words. This is going to be... And then it looks over to Fair, who presses a button on something else, goes, "Oh, sorry guys."
Actually, I tell you,
This is the spook.
if I had to pick my favourite emotion, my absolute favourite emotion, it has to be Fair.
Yeah,
He was
funny.
freaking hilarious, especially when the clown goes up and he's like quivering behind the counter. He's
Yeah,
like,
the
oh,
little
for God's
rocket.
sake, man, it's a bloody clown.
Yeah,
It's just
I liked Anger because I think I associate more with him, so that was quite funny. But yes, no. As I said, I wouldn't see it again, but I've seen it. I was happy to see it. I can appreciate it for what it is, like most Pixar movies. It didn't make me cry like the last Pixar movie I saw, but it was very fucking
you
close.
were snuffly.
Very close to, like, I could have gone, sorry right now. But I didn't, but I got very close to it. Last one was Toy
Yeah.
Story 3. Bastards. But yes, no.
I didn't cry in Toy Story 3.
I bawled my eyes out. But anyway, yes, we'll do that one day to be like the Pixar collection.
He's so cool.
Yeah. But bearing in mind, we've got to keep it under 30 minutes, so to be like, right, up, Ratatouille, haven't kind of really seen. Toy Story 1, cool. Toy Story 2 with like one word syllable, so spit it off. But anyway, so would you go and see Inside Out again at the cinema?
I would, but not by myself. If I had kids to take with me, I would.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
But definitely a Blu-ray.
Definitely a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And the picture quality, guys, is amazing. The colours are just right in your face, fantastic.
Yeah, when it wants to be sad, they pull all the colours back. When it wants to be bubbly, it pulls the colours in. But even like, you know, the hair on Sadness.
I know, and they're like little fuzzy hazy. And it does not surprise me that Amy Poehler is Joy. It really doesn't.
She did it well. She did that well.
Yeah.
But anyways, so as we tick on down to our 30-minute mark, just want to say thank you so very much again for listening this week.
Get out there, have a look, see if you want to watch it. Take your kids. It's a bloody great movie. I mean, as Gareth says, you know, you may not personally enjoy it, but the kids definitely will.
Yep. And if you go to our website, garethsrandomramblings.space, we might have a little poll or something up there anyway for people that have listened for this long to say, hey, what do you think the next movie we should watch is, or something like that.
Yeah, please do.
Go that
Please
and we
do.
can-
Give us some ideas because, you know, as we've said before, Gareth hasn't seen a lot of the classics. So put your ideas down. Please, 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 please. We're begging you.
And if you like this movie Monday idea, cool, let us know that as well. If you don't, cool, let us know. You know, all this is done for our 6 listeners. So we want to thank you all for listening.
6.
I know, I just like saying 6 because at the beginning I only had 6, now we've got like 20, so it's kind of cool.
I love it. I love it.
It is very cool. So please inform everyone of this podcast. Just even if you say it's 2 people talking about movies for a while and they don't really know what the hell they're doing, it's great. It's fantastic. Spit it out there. And yeah, we might, you know, shoot off into other directions with this kind of thing or something. Who knows? Who knows? Just join us for the fun ride of making up random podcasts for people to listen to. That's pretty much it.
Indeed.
All right, well, thank you so very much once again. Gareth's Random Ramblings.space. Check it out. Have a fun week, and we will catch up with you again next time.
Yeah, happy viewing.
That's a cool line.
Huh?
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah, I do.
Good.
I wish I'd see that.
Why do you say things like that at the end? You're waiting for it to tick over to 30 minutes now, aren't you?
Maybe.
Seriously?
No.
Come on.
Bye.
Bye.
And we're going in 3, 2.